Just waiting for a few people to come on. Today is Sunday. I will not be taking up much of your time, but there's a situation that I have to address. I wouldn't find it in me not to address it. Now the screen recorders and y'all do not need to screen record. Well, if you want work, you can do that. But I put this live public. Okay? It's public. How do I start? Anyway, I didn't say good afternoon everybody, good afternoon. Good afternoon everybody. I know there are a lot of y'all that come here just for a run because y'all know what's up. But I'm not even about that life. Okay? And for those who come in with the fake profiles, come to me as is. You don't need no fake profile. If you're speaking the truth, you do not need a fake profile. Okay? But I am going to address this, and I'm going to address this accordingly. I am not upset anymore, but I am never going to let anybody feel they could lie about me, or lie about a situation which I very well know about. So there was this situation where my son was in an accident. It happened on the 22nd of October. When I got the call, I felt my heart crumbled. Okay? Anyway, this is emotional because somebody's son was involved in this accident and he succumbed to his injuries. But what really killed me, what really mashed me up, I am a mother. I am a mother of three, and I'm still a mother to so many kids out there. And when this happened, like I explained, I felt everything crumbling down on me. I didn't feel it crumbling down on me because my son was in an accident too. I felt my life was crumbling because there was a life involved. It was somebody's child. It can be my child. I sympathize. Now here is where the lie in all this came in. This woman went on news, on radio station, on television station, and said a whole heap of lies, even on me, and about the police. Because for the first time in my life, I saw police move so swiftly, and I actually felt it was a personal attack on me. I will tell you exactly how it happened. And the reason why I put it this live public, because I want her to come and say that I lie. And I always say to y'all, when I come on this social media platform, this page of mine, I have no time to lie. The accident happened like minutes to 7. Well, approximately. I never went to the hospital to see my son because I was, at the time, because I was always, any mother could tell you that when your child have a bike, you always worried. I always speak to him about the bike. My son has his license. My son wasn't on the road illegal. Okay? And the hurtful thing about this, I actually felt like, I don't even know how to explain to y'all, and I sympathize. I moaned. I went through the whole step-by-step process. I was the one calling her. I didn't expect her to call me. Even when she didn't answer, or she probably ignored my calls, it didn't matter to me. But I'll start from the beginning. I went to this, when I found out who is the young boy's mother, I know that girl, we not raised together, but I know her from a young and tender age. So when I heard it was her, it broke me even more. So I said, you know what, I'm going straight. Before I go to see my son, you know, I said at 7:30, I had somebody to call and ask if I could come, where I would still go. I went to this woman immediately. I sympathized with her. I spoke to her on every level. I cried because somebody's child was involved in an accident and my son was also in this accident. The woman went, I want you all to tag the television station. I want you all to tag the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. On the accident scene, there was a police officer there. The police that actually have the case. He was on the scene. The boy and my son was transported, not via ambulance, but both of them on a private vehicle. Went straight to the hospitals. Okay, that's what happened. The officer was aware that my son went to the hospital. The officer, again I'm going to repeat, was aware that my son went to the hospital. I went to her, I spoke to her, I had her number, I had her number, I called her right through. Okay? When she's saying that no police didn't take action, that is a lie. The Saturday, that happened the Thursday night into the Friday night into the Saturday morning. Okay? The young man succumbed to his injuries. God bless his soul. Because when a mother could come out here and lie, I wonder what some parents are thinking of. The police went on the Saturday, the police, after I came from and see her, the police went straight to the hospital, to where my son was. Okay? They tell him when he comes out of hospital, he will come to them. Okay, fine. I knew all that. I didn't, because it's an accident here, but you have to deal it within the police range. That woman that said the officers never did nothing. The Saturday they were there, you know. My child was released from the hospital. She was the one I was speaking to on the phone because my son wanted to reach out to her. She said, not yet, whatever, which I agreed because she's mourning, she's in grief. And I felt her pain right through. Okay? I told her you was being released. Guess what happened, my people? Whilst I am at the mortuary with the woman when they were doing the postmortem, whilst I'm there, the police went and arrested my son at the hospital, embarrassed him, and arrested my son. So when she will come and say that the police is not working, I've never seen it so swift. I have never seen officers, when it comes to an accident, move so swift. I left the mortuary. I went down because it is my son too. I went down to see about my child. The officers that do not know nothing, like she said, do not know nothing. I said to them, I wonder if it's a personal attack because it's Betty. When you talk about street vendor, when you speak about street vendor, what am I? What am I? I'm a rich kid. When we grew up almost the same type of way, we went, you were like a cousin to me. Your aunt used to give me food. I used to be at your aunt's home. I never break my relationship with you all. I always check you, trouble you. We always in a back and forth, and you could come and lie on your child's soul. God will punish you. I heard so many things, and anybody that knows me could tell you all that. I heard so many things, and I paid no mind. Before, when her son, when the police went to the hospital and arrested my child, her son wasn't buried as yet. He was not buried as yet. He was not buried. The only time that woman called my phone was the following day to ask me how my son, if he's still inside. I tell her yes. Am I lying? Because I know I'm not lying. How many people tell me, Betty, do not bury this woman's child, do not do that. I am a mother. I do not regret what I did. And I would never come here today and say what I did for somebody or how I did it for somebody if she didn't push this by going on news and lie, blatantly lie. At the mortuary, the police was there. At the funeral, why did you put down the live of your son burial? Because they would have seen the police officer and they would have seen me. That is why you lied. That is why you lied. I want you to tell the public how much was your child's funeral. That is what I want you to ask the public. And I didn't do it because I wanted no washma, if you know my girl. I did it because I'm a mother. Because I, Betty, I'm a mother. My boyfriend got bounced 3 years ago. Up to now, the man never even come and ask him how he feeling. He's crippled in his arm. His arm is crippled. He's suffering every day with nerves. Nobody never came to him. I watch all this. A lady that's like an auntie to me died the same place your son was in the accident with my son. They never, not once, come and ask her. Not even, how you feeling, my lady? And I maintain I would never do that. So remember, you made them arrest him before and call it a hit and run. You made them arrest him, go in the hospital, embarrass him, arrest him, and you know his spine was fractured. You knew he had a brace. The doctor said that he cannot sit for too long. You all didn't mind, and that's why I thought the police was against me, and I was so mad, and I say, watch that, an accident. I'm talking about an accident, okay? I did everything I did. I walked through the process. I called you every single day, even when you were not answering my calls. The only time you called me is to make sure my son was still arrested. What do you want? I want you to tell me, what do you want? What do you want? You wanted an aeroplane to come and take him and put him bodily. How would that satisfy you? That another young man is in bodily for an accident. That wasn't a case of a fight. That wasn't a case of a shooting. That was a case of an accident. And anybody can end up in an accident. Anybody can end up in an accident. I have voice notes. I have messages of you by talking me. That was before the funeral. I still bury your son. So how could you come on social media, on the news outlets, and say that nobody reached out to you? How could you even say that? Do you know how much the casket? Because you didn't choose the coffin, you choose the casket. Do you know how much? Before I could start paying my son's hospital bill, I paid your child's funeral. I paid your child's funeral. And that is a fact. I have proof. I have proof. Okay? And I didn't do that out of no washma, because I still do not regret doing that. God rest his soul. Because a mother cannot be so wicked. At the end of the day, I understand you are grieving. I will not say nothing bad about you. Whether I have your files or not, I will never say nothing about you. And I hope that you get over this. I know it's hard to lose a child. Okay? I understand. But you cannot mash up somebody else's child's life just because. Let me tell you, God is not sleeping, you know. When y'all talk about Obeah, when y'all talk about Obeah and y'all do him this and y'all do me this, you wanted a war to create because of that. Because of your son was in an accident with my son. Would you rather both of them die? No, I would rather both of them stayed alive and I would have taken care of your child. You know what I'm telling you? Because I am a mother. So I do not know what you are. You have 3 other children. Why would you wish wrong on somebody else's child? I am not the cause of it. When y'all started, on the news outlet they said about, say who is his mother. Say who is his mother, mention the names. Look me, I am his mother. I am his mother. You are Tanis's mother. And I feel it. I put you on my status, asking God to give you strength. Okay? You know what you started doing me last Friday? Put about your child was murdered. You put about your child was murdered. And y'all better be careful and do not come in if you're fake profiles. Anybody that come in for fake profile, I'm paying my money and I'm finding out who you are. Come real and tell me I lie. Y'all need to come real and tell me I lie. Okay? That's what y'all need to do. You had him arrested. What do you want again? Why can't you wait for the court process? When I told you I will take care of his burial, I told you, don't mind nobody. It's not about no wajma, because the court case have to go on if there's a case. If there's a case, it has to go on. I told you that. So I didn't take no wajma with you. Because your son is not there to take no wajma with me. I did it out of the goodness of my heart. Do you know how much that burial cost me? And do you know that I started paying it? I paid it before I could pay my child hospital bills. Huh? And then you could go on news. You think I'd ever come here and expose what I did for you? Ask the hundreds of people and thousands of people I help already. I've never spoken about it. I called you every day. Even when I find your connection low, it doesn't matter because you are grieving. I stayed in a house for a whole month mourning with you. I went through the steps with you. I went to the mortuary. I came to the funeral. I paid the funeral. And today, you could come as somebody I grew up with and come and say about, put on your status like you're provoking me. You are literally provoking me. And how could my son sleep at nights? No, he doesn't sleep. I have to give him sleeping pills. Because he didn't do it intentionally. And when you go out there and talk about that, you know the police has the bike. Okay? You know that. You know the police went to arrest him and embarrass him. You know that. You and that girl know that. So when you're coming, come good. Because I am not in any way to come and play like this is the case, this is the case. I am speaking the truth and nothing but the truth. Okay? I find the reason why I delete you off my WhatsApp because you were throwing talk directly for me. And I always tell the public, there's so much I could take. And if y'all feel that I, Betty, supposed to be scared of y'all because y'all talk about Obeah, let me tell you something. My God got me. Okay? I am not scared. I come here because I'm speaking the truth. So the news outlets, I want you all to tag them to see. And come back and come and tell me I lie. I will not bash you. You are grieving. I stayed grieving with you. My son was grieving with you. My son put your child picture up on his WhatsApp. And you should have seen the caption. It made me cry. I didn't know your son. I didn't know him, but I feel your pain. So do not make people believe that I am heartless or my son is heartless and we never reach out to you. Do not make the public feel that the police first time in my whole entire life, I ever see the police move so swiftly. The police was, why did you put down the live stream of your child's funeral? Because the public that you come and make believe that nobody reached out to you, they would have seen the police walking out with you and I walking in. They would have seen, you never acknowledged me in the funeral because you know, and I didn't leave. You never acknowledged me. You know why? Because you know you have so much to say. You have so much to say. Okay? So you didn't want the people in the funeral to see that you're talking to me. But that's okay. And I will not bash you. I will bash what you said about my son and what you said. Let your child soul rest in peace. I was mourning if you, I was grieving if you a whole month. Is when I see you start putting up about how could they sleep knowing they murdered somebody's child, and how could they sleep, you were murdered under this and that. How could I stay how could I keep you on my phone? And I know, you know what's a murder? You should have asked for justice for your brother, recently been murdered, and I would help you ask for justice for him. This is not right, my people. And that's why I tell you, every time I come and try and do good for a lot of y'all, people I raise, if I'm talking about, people I raise if I am speaking about, you know, people that know me from little girl. And had it been before, I wouldn't care. But I am seeing my child is not the same. I don't even pay counseling for him yet. And y'all trying and hurt people so. You could go on the news and lie. You lie about me, you lie about the police, and say the police say they don't know nothing about that. The police cannot say that. On the accident scene, the officer was there. He was there when both of our children were transported to the hospital. Your son, from after 7 in the night to what time, you said to me on the phone, is the hospital you blaming because they never took care of him until the last minute. You said that to me. Okay? So let's not forget that. So if you try to make people believe I was never there and we never, and I bet he never came out to you. And like I said, for the person who said, say who the mother is, I wasn't in the accident, but yes, I am the mother. Okay? I am the mother. I feel terrified. I feel hurt that this young man died. But it's not a case of a stabbing. It's not a case of a misunderstanding. My son never knew your son. When you tell people, my son has his license. It's not a case of my son climb a sidewalk and knock your child. I do not really want to talk about the accident because I don't want you to feel that I'm looking for excuses. The court will, like you said, justice will prevail. Yes, justice will prevail. But God has his hand on that situation. And I've asked him to place his hand on that situation. Because you are wicked to go. I understand your grief. I understand you grieving. But do not go on a news outlet and lie on somebody else's child. Do not say that the child, you all said hit and run. You said hit and run. That's the most hurtful part. You said hit and run. The police needs to come out and say that is not true. The police needs to come out and say that he was arrested. I went to the police and asked the police if they have a personal attack, if it's a personal attack on me, because I've never seen them in an accident. I've never even seen an officer come to a funeral, come and speak to the family at a funeral. Yes, at a murder, but not a funeral. The police was there right through. The police was at my son's hospital bed on the Saturday morning, the same time I went and looked for you. Whilst I'm at the morgue with you, the police arrested him. What do you have to say? Check it. What do you have to say? Do not tarnish somebody else's life. I am not the cause of it. Everything that has to happen has been written. I wish both children were alive. Everything that happens in life has been written way before us. You making it look like hit and run. Hit and run where? Where? Where hit and run and the police was actually on scene. The police was on scene and lead the 2 children to go to the hospital. He told my son, If anything, they will come to him, which they did. They went straight to the hospital on the Saturday. But you want to go on a news outlet. Well, come back and say I lie. And come back if your real face is. Don't come if no fake. Don't come if no fake. And you, that girl, that other girl, don't think I'm afraid of y'all. You know, I'm not afraid of y'all. I'm going through it because I understand. When they used to say, ask anybody that come and tell me, boy, that girl saying how much things about you. I let them know the girl is grieving. That's a girl child. She entitled to say anything. But when you come direct to me and first talk for me on my face, on my WhatsApp, I don't need you there. I don't need you to provoke me because I know better. Okay? So like I explained to y'all, the hit and run she went on and spoke about, that is a lie. And the police should come out and let her know that is a lie. There was no hit and run. He never stayed where, so where you wanted him to go at my home? There was a police officer there, and both of the children went to hospital same time. He spoke to my son, he said he's going to come. He's going to come if anything happens. So said, so done. Don't worry, you. I'm going to get your IP today. You. I'm not even going to delete your comments. The two of y'all, I have it. I'm going to face y'all and show y'all I know who y'all are. Because y'all afraid to come if y'all mean face. Come if y'all face, sir. Zotpe, come if y'all face. Two fake profile. And you cannot take on Beverly. Because Beverly have nothing to do with that. Me, you have to take on. Me, you have to take on. Yeah. At the end of the day, well, let justice prevail. And I am saying to y'all, I'll never come here and talk, and I'm lying. And whilst you saying that, and whilst you taking on Beverly, did you pay for the burial? Did you pay for his coffin? That's what I want you to answer me. Did you pay for his burial? Praise God, I have proof. Beverly, I'll find out exactly who is. Don't even answer them. I'll find out exactly who the person is. Because if I could put my money where my mouth is, sometimes I could put my money where my mouth is. I will find out who you are. I'll get your IP and I'll get exactly who you are. So when you come here and you want to come for, I'll come for y'all. Yeah. The truth, y'all cannot handle it. The truth. See y'all make fake profile. I've never had a fake profile in my life. Yeah. I've never had a fake profile in my life. So come if you're fake profile, I find out exactly who you are. I'll find out exactly who you are. Exactly who the two of you are. And I know already. For one of them, I know. Yeah. Yeah, come if you're real. If I lie and you're speaking the truth. If I lie and you're speaking the truth, come if you're real profile. Cowards are there. Y'all cannot take me on. I dare y'all to take me on. I dare y'all to come if you're real profile and take me on. I dare y'all. I dare y'all to do that. If I lie, prove I lie. If I Betty lie, prove I lie. Yeah. How much are the casket? Not a coffin, here, the casket. How much are it? Yeah. I have all my records on my phone that I was calling her, and I'm still simple, and I'm not even going for her. I'll never even bash her, because I know what it is. I'll never bash her. I'll bash the people that come for me, but not her. Because I still sympathize if I stayed home a whole month. It's when I see she writing all these things, and I seem like, just so I just dare. Sometimes I don't want to bathe for the day because I'm so sad and depressed. Yes, because I grieving. And so y'all want to come? So y'all want to come? Me, I'm not stressing. That's the last thing I'll do now. I was stressing for a whole month. I could never stress for them again. I could never stress for them. And I will never allow myself to be lowered. Like somebody afraid. Godly Kisa, you're not ready. I will show you, I will see who you are. Why you cannot come with your real profile? Die bad. Why you cannot come with your real profile? Why can't you come with your real profile? You cannot do that. You're afraid. You cannot do that. I dare you to do that. Yeah. Go and switch up. Go on your phone and switch up and come for me. Yeah. Exactly. I let the police handle it. What do you want? They arrested him. The only time you call me is to make sure he's still inside the next day. So let the police handle it. You open your mouth and say about the police never did nothing. That is a lie. Me, a lesson fighter, always remember that. When any of y'all see me, back up the tree. And in fact, I'll not stay there and TMA if nobody. I let y'all know the truth, and the truth I had to let y'all know. And I want the news outlets to know the truth. I want the news outlet to know the truth, and I sympathize with the family still. And that's why I don't come and say anything bad about her or about this and about that. I am saying that I grew up with those people, and she should know the kind of person that I am. And not come and lie about something, a situation. You told me, we are parents, we're going to handle it. You told me that. You told me, I don't know what you wanted again, that I didn't give you. What you wanted again. Just so, I never just pay a funeral. You know what I did? I went step by step with you and calling you every single day God gave. I was calling you. Answer or no answer, I'm calling you. Okay? Even when they arrested my son, people tell me, just so you're going to bury the person's child and they make them arrest your child. I said, I'm not doing it for nothing. But the woman is my friend. Not only she's my friend, she lost her child, and I am going to do it. Nobody couldn't change my mind on that. And I don't regret doing it, because I did it out of the goodness of my heart. So the people that come with the fake profile, what did you all contribute? Yes. And we all know it wasn't a washma. Because I'm not coming here and say the woman take a washma with me. I'll be lying on the lady. We never took no washma. I decided, I told her I am going to take care of the burial. She agreed, not for no washma. So don't go and lie on the woman and say about the woman take washma with me. That's not true. I did it. I don't know what she expected. After that, she didn't get, and she went and lied about it, about the whole situation. But I came here to clarify it. So anyway, have a blessed Sunday, because I will not be stressed over that and over no fake profiles. I could guarantee you all that much. I know what my heart says. I do not regret nothing I did. Okay? I bet you don't regret. All right? I went and I did what I had to do because I'm a mother. And I'm not going to bash her. I am never going to bash her. Because I could come here. And say how much things about her that some of y'all that playing that y'all are her friends told me. But I will not do that. I appreciate that at least, even though it was in hypocrisy, even though when I'd reach her, the woman had get mad at me, I wouldn't even dig nothing, because the woman is grieving, and I will never say nothing about her. I will never come. The only thing I'm saying, that what she said was not the truth. And the police could come and say too, that what she said, I've never seen the police move so swiftly. Okay? The accident happened on the Friday night. The boy died the Saturday morning. The police was in the hospital Saturday. They arrested my son on the Tuesday. As soon as they released him, when I told her he was being released, my son wanted to reach out to her. She told me not yet and whatever, which I understand that you're grieving. But my son didn't stab your son. My son wasn't in an argument. If your son, my son didn't even know your son. So what do you want? If you want him to go borderless, how Just tell me, how would that satisfy you? How would that satisfy you, ruining somebody else's life? I didn't cause the accident. And we never know. In an accident, you don't know who caused the accident until the police say who caused the accident. Not all accidents, the rider, the driver is the reason. And you know exactly what happened on that day. So tell the people what you know happened, because you said you didn't know if it's the sidewalk. You know very well it's not the sidewalk. You know very well. And you know very well the police was in call with you. I even thought like the police was taking, like it's a side thing. The police never came to me. They just arrested my son. So let's leave it as that. And at the end of the day, my conscience is clear. I came here and speak the truth. What I always do, I never lie on social media. So go ahead and come with your fake profile and do whatever you'll have to do. At the end of the day, go back on the news and say I lie. About I take, you're useless. You are useless. You're not ready yet.
Now you know one of them is the cousin of them.
They could be who they want. At the end, don't answer them. You don't have nothing to tell. Don't answer them. Anyway, thanks everybody for listening to me. Right now I'm gonna finish my food.